corners of the multiverse to be here. And so just honoring everyone who is here for this monumental time in the multiverse's history. Okay, so we're going to go into a shamanic journey. And I'm super curious if anyone wants to chime in on the chat. If you've done a journey before, I'd love to know if anyone has. I started doing shamanic journeying several years ago, really largely because I wanted a way to easily access my own guidance. And I've seen that I've done shamanic practices in previous lives. So for me, it was a real fit to come back to it in this lifetime. And it's just a ball. It's almost like being in virtual reality or a video game, because you just don't know what is going to come in. Every time I've done a journey, it feels like an adventure. It is so much fun. So I'm just excited for everyone to have a great experience with it tonight. So first of all, I'm going to give a little more background information, and then we will go into the journey, but I'll just give a little more context but first of all, what is a shamanic journey? What does that even mean? So basically, we're just moving from ordinary reality, which, is it's not really reality in a way, but ordinary reality into what we might think of as non-ordinary reality. We're just moving into a different state, an altered state of consciousness, basically moving from the physical world into the spirit world. And depending on what clairs you have that are more developed, that will determine what you will experience. So many of us may have a very strong clairvoyance. So on your journey, you may see things. You may see images and pictures all through your beautiful third eye. Some of us have clairaudience is very developed. So for those, you may hear things. You may use your clairaudience to hear things. Clairsentience, which is clear feeling. You may just feel things during the shamanic journey. And then the last major clair is claircognizance. You may just have knowingness, just sort of knowingness dropping down in different downloads. So whatever you experience during the journey is great. And every time you journey, you really are exercising the muscle of building up your clairs. So every time you journey, it's a wonderful way to practice the development of your four clair senses. And I just want to share that for me, if someone had told me 10 years ago that I would be shamanic journeying and talking about shamanic journeying, I would never have believed it. I led a very linear life. I have a PhD in psychotherapy. My father was a professor of mechanical engineering. There was no magic. There was no spiritual world in my upbringing. So if I can do this, I think anyone can. And when I started shamanic journeying, I had a lot of limiting beliefs. Oh, well, what if I don't experience anything? What if nothing happens? What if it's just a blank? And I just want to share a little mantra that I still sometimes use, because sometimes I still get some of those limiting beliefs come up. But the mantra is, I believe, I am willing to receive. And we probably all know just the power of intention. When we're in that flow of belief, we open up the channel. So just having the intention, just having the belief that, yes, I can, I believe, I'm willing to receive. This can really just open up the channel from spirit. So, and every time, if you continue to journey, you'll just continue to build up your confidence in doing it. And when we go into the journey, I'm just going to suggest that just like when we meditate or do other types of spiritual practices, you can just think of your thinking mind just somewhat receding into the background. And you may still have some thoughts moving across your brain. That's absolutely fine. We're just sort of thinking of those in the background. And we're really more in our body, in our body's amazing energy, somewhat separated from the thinking mind's thoughts. And this metaphor also helps me too. You can think of it like you're watching a movie. So the thinking mind sometimes wants to jump in and sort of make things happen. But if you can just relax, just trust, I believe, I'm willing to receive, and just kind of just as if, oh, I'm just about to watch a movie. Just relax into it and just trust that it's going to unfold in the highest and best way for you. Okay, just a couple more points before we get into the journey. There are a few different ways to enter a journey. Shamanic drumming, which is what we're going to do tonight, shamanic breath work, and plant medicine. And all three of these modalities of entering a journey just help us move into this altered state of consciousness where our brain waves are in the theta wave state. And what's really cool about the drumming, and that's what we're going to do tonight, is when your brain starts listening to the drumming, it automatically synchronizes to the drumming. This is called sympathetic resonance. So you don't have to do anything. Your brain waves will just automatically synchronize with the repetitive drumming of the shamanic drumming. It's really cool and amazing and magical. So just relax and just let your brain do the work. Your brain will synchronize with the drumming. Okay, and a few other points that may help you in the journey. Often, especially if this is one of your first times journeying, it's really helpful to pick an entry point into there's three different worlds, and I'll talk briefly about them. And most people pick an entry point that has is something to do with nature. Many people pick a tree, for instance, and as they enter into the journey, they just visualize themselves going into the tree, down the trunk, and then into the earth, and then into the journey. And it's just sort of a way for the brain, in a way, to know, okay, this is what we're doing now. And then also you can use your entry point as an exit point as well. Okay, so let's talk about what you might experience on your journey. In the shamanic world, there are basically three different worlds. There's the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world. And depending on your intention for your journey, which we'll also do before we enter the journey, your guides will lead you into which world is highest and best for your intention. So if you look behind me, I have a mural here that is pretty appropriate from a lot of people's lower world conceptualization. And of course, it's going to be different for everyone. But the lower world is often this really beautiful sort of Eden on earth, just a rainforest, lots of animals, lots of spirit animals, rivers, and huge butterflies, and just very, very natural. And this is often the place that you may find your spirit animal, for instance, in the lower world. Then the middle world is what we think of as sort of normal reality, earth. So if you're on your journey, you might be doing some soul retrieval, maybe from your childhood. And so you might go into the middle world, sort of back into your childhood to do some soul retrieval there. And then the last world is the upper world, which usually I've seen it in two different ways. One way is kind of like the movie version of heaven, like clouds, and this is where the archangels are, and Jesus and the ascended beings are usually in the upper world, in this sort of heaven depiction. Or you may also experience it as outer space with the planets and stars, and you might be flying through this on your totem animal for that journey. And then often there are 4 really archetypal spirit animals that may come in to lead you on your journey. It's possible for any being to come in to lead you on your journey, but these 4 spirit animals tend to be pretty common in shamanic journeying. And these 4 animals are the serpent, the eagle, the jaguar, and the hummingbird. And one of the first shamanic journeys I did, a serpent came in, and to me it gave some credibility to the whole experience, because I don't really like snakes at all. So that would not have been the animal I would have chosen to come in. So to me, it made it seem a little more real, that, oh, okay, this is real, because I don't like snakes. So, and to me, I haven't read this anywhere, but this is just what I've taken from my journeys, is that it's pretty obvious. The serpent symbolizes you're going to shed something, right? The serpent sheds its skin. That's what snakes do. So if a serpent comes in on your journey, you may very well be releasing something that is no longer serving you. The eagle, as we would probably guess, is about a higher perspective, getting a higher perspective, a bird's eye view on something in your life. And the jaguar is about transformation. And the hummingbird is about evolution and growth. And just one other little interesting tidbit here is that often when the spirit animal comes in the beginning of the journey, they will circle your body. You'll see the animal circle your body. And often the animal will come right up to your eyes and make eye contact. And it's a very powerful feeling to feel this. And if you're doing a soul retrieval shamanic journey, at the end of the journey, your spirit animal will blow into your mouth, and the spirit animal is blowing the retrieved pieces of your soul back into your energetic being. So it's fun, right? It's really, really wild and super exciting. So let's go into the journey now that we've just given a little context, and I'll just tell you what we're going to do. So it is really helpful to lie down. I would definitely suggest that everyone lies down. Ideally, when I journey, I put a blanket on the floor, and I put a blanket on top of me as well. It just, I don't know, it feels more cocoony to do that. And then if you like, you can also wear an eye mask. That also just sort of helps really ground into your body and sort of away from the ordinary reality, but you don't have to. But I would deeply suggest, if you want to try this journey right now, to lie down and close your eyes. So that's the first thing we want to do. I'm also going to just light some Palo Santo, just to do a little clearing of the energy. And then I'm going to ask you to set an intention for your journey. This is perhaps the most important part. And your intention can be anything. It can be, I'm setting an intention to release what is not serving me. I'm setting an intention to receive insight or clarification about a certain topic. I'm setting an intention to heal an aspect of my body. Anything. I have used journeying for all these things and anything more. Anything you want help with, you can do it with a shamanic journey. And then we'll close our eyes. And then if it feels resonant, you can envision that spot in nature that we talked about, and about going into the nature spot and then entering the journey. And then I'm going to start, it's just a YouTube shamanic drumming piece. And we'll go for about 10 minutes and just see what happens. And just most of all, just relax, enjoy whatever happens, and just trust that whatever is coming up is real, and just enjoy the journey, and just try to leave any judgment or anxiety just sort of on the periphery. And of course, it's okay to have that. I still have that when I journey sometimes too. Okay, so we're going to start. So if it feels resonant, I would lie down. That's probably one of the most important parts, is to lie down. And I'm going to just light the Palo Santo now, just to clear the energy. I always just love the smell of Palo Santo. It smells so high vibe. And I'm just going to say a little prayer. To any and all beings, I ask for the most benevolent outcome for all these beautiful brothers and sisters who have gathered here tonight to have a wonderful shamanic journey that serves their very, very highest and best for their lives and for all those connected to them. Amen, aho, and so it is. And now, if it feels resonant, please set an intention for your journey. And please close your eyes, and I'm going to start the drumming. And if it feels resonant, you can just start by envisioning yourself in your entry point, in your place in nature, and just enjoy your journey. We're going to do this for about 10 minutes. Okay, so we're just gonna come out of the journey experience as slowly and gently as you would like. And if it can kind of help just to take a few deep breaths, just to integrate any of the beautiful energies that you may have experienced. And if anyone feels like sharing anything, maybe in the chat, I would love to hear any of your experiences. It's always really interesting to hear what people have journeyed through. And if anyone's interested in doing more journeying, I can send you the link we just used.
That was awesome.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Yeah.
What I got for this and what we're doing here tonight, I think it would be really powerful if we did the release after you just did that shamanic drumming when we're done talking about it and stuff. I'd say everybody had their own experience, right? I got some downloads. I saw a hummingbird and a jaguar.
Oh, awesome.
While also fighting my mind and dealing with my hair, and so it was this.
Yeah.
It was like a little experience between human and spirit, a little battle.
Totally. I want to share something real quick that helps me when I journey. If people want to do it again, is and maybe I should have mentioned this beforehand, but I use my recorder app on my iPhone. And so I just press record, and then I'm laying down and I put my phone on my chest, and then I actually speak out everything I see or I'm receiving. I used to try to take notes during it, but of course that kind of interrupts the whole flow. So I just speak whatever is coming through on the journey. And then often I'll transcribe it later. So that just helps me get all the downloads really well. And I just want to share one cool concept that came through on a journey I did earlier this week. It began with just the word magic in like beautiful like fireworks in the sky. And then the guidance was, the magic has always been within you, dear one. And it reminds me of that scene in The Wizard of Oz when Glinda, the good witch, says to Dorothy, "Oh, you've had the power all along." So I feel like that is just such a message for us right now, that we all hold our own beautiful, unique magic that's really essential to bringing forward our beautiful new earth.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tassel. That was an amazing experience.
Yay.
From M. Popple, she said that I went through a waterfall and there was a serpent water dragon. Then the eagle swooped around and ended with the serpent, the eagle, and the hummingbird each met me eye to eye. That's beautiful. I got the hummingbird to come in and kind of like float around and look me in the eye. I saw a jaguar at first, but I think I kind of downplayed it. Like, is that? Why would I? I don't know. My ego got into it a little bit in the beginning, but as I got deeper, and as my body really went to sleep and my consciousness was still there, it really calmed down, and I was actually able to see some images. Jackie, what did you have? What did you get?
I see energy. So I get visions occasionally. I'm not allowed to say that I don't get visions, because that's a gift that's trying to come through, which is interesting because that was my intention. So I see energy. So when I was as I allowed myself to go deeper in, it was like I was in space and the star systems were coming, like shooting past me. I wish I would have been able to lay down, because I felt like I usually do this laying down, because I find myself getting like just the weight of my body on the floor it feels supportive. So it grounds me in ways that just sitting doesn't do that. But once actually got messages from Adonai, from Source, about my journey and what that I will be receiving what I've been asking to receive. So it was just confirmation, which was beautiful. It was beautiful. I was like close to tears. So I love that. I've had lives where I was a shaman in other lives. So this is something I've been trying to explore and go deeper in, because I know that that's my calling to explore into that realm a little bit more. So, yeah.
Can I just quickly say that that's so amazing, everything you just shared, Jackie? And part of what I was getting in was that a lot of us who've gathered here tonight have shamanic journeyed together in other lifetimes, especially.
Well, I know you and I have.
Ah, awesome.
I've already asked that because you felt like a familiar soul. So I already asked and I was told yes.
I'm getting massive chills. That's my confirmation. That's so cool. Yeah, I saw us, a group as Native Americans, the Lakotas, around a campfire, or not a campfire, fire, and us all journeying together. And part of what I got in was that this practice of journeying is going to really help all of us bring in all the necessary downloads from spirit to move us forward in our new earth existence. And that's what the Native Americans did. That's how they got their guidance. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Judy, in the audience, she said, I saw an eagle looking at me. I saw faces, but I couldn't make it out. Many faces like ancient times. I wanted to see who I was in my many past lives. I was asking to see who I was in the past. I saw different types of faces. I kept saying, I want to see, I'm ready to see. And the bald eagle was in her face. CJ said an eagle flying around grabbed long negative snake. A second eagle joined in, and both eagles slit snake open and dropped its insides into the ocean. Sounds like the end of the deep state to me. I found it strange to experience all of those, but my intention was to shed, but also to transform and move forward. For me, it wasn't long enough. Yeah, it was just a taste. So now you have a little practice you can go after a little bit more. Sabrina said, at this time in alignment, it is serendipitous, magical that we are all here right now. And Nicole, what was your experience?
Yeah, I actually was just going to touch on to what Dr. Tassel Faith was saying, because I very similarly, I first started to actually hear like a male Indian voice chanting. And I was like, not sure what that chant was like, if it was just because the shamanic drum just kind of correlated in my mind. But it went beyond that, where I too was singing teepees, and we were like a oneness gathering around fires and chanting and dancing, and it felt amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Danielle said, I asked my guide to help me through to get some clarity. He always greets me at the same way, which is a vibrational pressure in the third eye, very much in the frontal lobe. He was showing me infinite and that all levels and source energy are with me. Much love. They brought me home. Brought you home to heaven. Brought you home to your home, the real home. That's beautiful. In my experience, I was able to gain a little bit of clarity. Like I had said, I've been dealing with some imposter syndrome, right? Like I'm not enough for what I would like to do with my life, which is to build communities of healing and truly lead people through this path of being human. And what the hummingbird came to me and said was, stop striving. You've already arrived. You don't need to do anything more to be worthy of someone to help and teach others. So just stop trying to be what the Matrix, I'm paraphrasing this part, because what I saw was like, I'm always still like, I need this and I need to be here and I need to keep going and I need to do this. But in reality, I'm already here and it's already perfect and it's already happening. And the more that I can come back to here and just be here, then everything else will just take off, because there won't be any other energy being sucked from me and distracted or coped somewhere else that's not feeding my manifestations, like Dr. Tassel was saying.
I love that so much. If you don't mind, just to piggyback a little bit off of that, one of the guidance that always comes in is all of us are here just to be ourselves. as you said, there's no striving. The perfect remembering is just coming back and being yourself. You don't have to be like anybody else. Oh, this person does this. Maybe I should try to do like, no. Just come back to yourself. The earth just needs you in your most authentic, honest, comfortable space that you are. That we just need you. That's it.
I'm getting emotional. I'm actually getting a little emotional here. I'm reading the comments, listening to you, hanging out with friends I've had for many lifetimes, just reconnecting for the first time. And like John Park said, thank you all, blessings and love. I feel like I know all of you. And then Mari Lynn said, I'm at the beach and I just witnessed a large white light dance across the water and fade after it hit shore. Source confirming this powerful day and this powerful event and how we're all connected. We truly are all connected. And then I'm going to finish with Judy's last comment. She said, since my first meditation a couple months ago, I always started automatically tearing, like something dramatic must have happened to me in my past life. I always feel like I've been crying in my meditation. I call that truth tears. I call that resonance tears. When you get emotional about an experience, or when you're in your spirit and you get emotional, it's just truth. It's reality. It's oneness. It's love. That's pure love. And you're just expressing it through this beautiful experience we have in human form. I mean, that's why every being on the entire universe wants to be here at this time. And we're the lucky ones that get to be here, is because the whole point of being human is to be human, to experience those emotions, to have just this breadth of emotions that we get to explore and play in. And there's nothing more real to creator beings than to be able to feel, truly experience what it is that they're creating. And that's what we're doing here tonight. And we were gonna go right into Nicole's collective meditation, but I feel that a change of itinerary is in order, because we all just had a beautiful shamanic journey where each of us received what it is that we needed to hear at this time. And I think it would be apropos for us all to set intentions together and release and accept our greatness in any way. And so I'm going to, if it's okay with Nicole, I'm going to give it over to Heather real quick. And Heather's going to lead the little bit of emotional release technique through our technique that we've developed. And thank you all for being here and being vulnerable and enjoying this I'm enjoying this experience with all of you, choosing to enjoy, and I'm releasing. And so Heather.
Hello, everyone. This technique that I'm going to be doing with you guys has been very powerful for me on my healing journey. 2 years ago, I was 454 pounds, and I'm now down to 245. This is just very powerful and it changed my life. And so a little bit with my shamanic journey just now, I wanted some clarity on my life purpose and where I'm going. And they told me, Heather, you already know what you're doing and where you're going. You're here to help people heal. So here we go.
Proud of you.
So if everyone just close their eyes and just repeat out loud after me. I believe everyone's muted, so we have no echoes, right? Yeah, okay. It's very powerful if you say it out loud. So go ahead and close your eyes, put your hands on your heart. And we're just going to do a few deep breaths. So deep breath in and out. Deep breath in again and hold for 3. And out. Deep breath in and hold for 6. And out. One more time and hold for 9. Deep breath in. And out. And repeat after me. I desire to release all fear and anxiety of the unknown in my life. This fear and anxiety is no longer serving me and is holding me back from my soul's greatness. I desire to be open to receive all the greatness that will be coming into my life. So be it, thy will be done. Take a deep breath in and out. And again, repeat after me. I desire to reclaim all parts of me lost, stolen, or broken from all the moments in time where I let fear and anxiety of the unknown hold me back from my heart's desire. So be it, thy will be done. Deep breath in and out. And now again, repeat after me. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I thank you. And I love you. Deep breath in and out. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I thank you. And I love you. Deep breath in and out. And one more time. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I thank you. And I love you. Deep breath in and push it out. Now you guys can open your eyes and come back.
That was awesome. That was beautiful. Thank you so much,
You're
Heather.
welcome.
For us, that has defined the last year of our life, has been facing our triggers, facing the old human illusions no longer serving us, that are holding us back from truly being love and light and who we really are, and just choosing to release it instead of playing it. That doesn't mean we don't fall down. It doesn't mean that we don't end up in, piles here and there. Life is life. It's difficult at best. And sometimes you need to hit rock bottom to see how high you really got, so that you know where you're going next time you make it up. Sometimes, it's the ebbs and flows of life. And I think the more we stay present in our seat of self, and the more that we allow ourselves to be human and to feel everything that we feel and to go through the things that we go through, and not judge ourselves, but thank ourselves and celebrate ourselves for being so strong and courageous and vulnerable to be here at this time, at the hardest time ever to be a human on this planet. Because before, we kind of knew what was what. Now it's a complete game of resonance. It's a complete game of discernment. And there's everything outside ourselves beckoning for our attention to get us to no longer pay attention to ourselves. But if we can go within and stay within and unify together with like-minded and like-hearted people, like we are doing this evening, moving forward, we will shift timelines, we will change dimensions, and we will bring new earth upon us, because it's already here. It's in our hearts, it's in our minds, it's in our souls. And now it's time to just bring it into the material realm by manifesting through love and light and connection and unity and healing and positivity. And it's no longer bogus positivity. It's no longer fluff. It's truth, because we've just gone through a war, whether inside or outside or left and right, it doesn't matter. The fact is we've been in a war for thousands of years, and we no longer have to fight it. We no longer have to wear that shield. You don't have to wear the shield and the armor anymore, because there is no more battle unless we want there to be. It's our choice now. And I'm doing my very best, being a Marine, being a service member, to put my shield down, to put my sword down, because that's inbred in me now. But it's not helping me, and it's not serving me to fight and to resist and to hold back. What's serving me is to love unconditionally, to allow love in, to receive it with greatness, and to receive it with so much gratitude. Just be grateful as much as you can, because from that point, everything is possible. And so, does any of our other hosts have anything to add to that beautiful release? What did they experience? What did you all feel?
I'll touch on that. Unconditional love, honestly, with just for myself, always saying those, I'm sorry, I forgive you, I love you. Every time we say those things, like I've learned from you, I've done it with Ace and Heather, it really does. It gets down to the cord, and the cord it resonates. It has a resonance that you can feel. And I'm just so thankful for Heather for bringing that through. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I loved all of it. And I just wanted to share that I'm so glad you did about releasing fear and anxiety. And I wonder if all of us can just think about our lives, even past lives. And I know when I think about almost everything really great that I've been through, I had to move through fear and anxiety in order to claim it. So, and every time I did move through fear and anxiety, it always all worked out. Every time, everything always works out. When we set that intention and when we have the courage to move through our fear and anxiety. And it's not to say that we won't have fear and anxiety, but it's about moving through it. That's what courage is, right? When you have fear and you move forward anyway, and we all have that power. We all have that power. And I know for me, my biggest fear is actually just regret, to not move through fear because I'm too scared. And so my biggest fear is really regret. And that's what always propels me forward, because I don't want to regret. I want to, I love this phrase, I want to play to win. I don't want to play it safe. I'm playing to win. I'm playing for all the dreams to manifest. I'm not playing it safe. Woohoo.
I love that. I actually, when you were talking, I was reminded of some words that my Holy Spirit from my higher self gave me just before we started, because I was going through my own fear of how am I going to step into this big purpose that I've been shown, and when I know some of my past lives, and like literally last weekend was like, did I have any good ones? Like, show me the good ones now. Because I'm clearing it all so that I can be ready for what's to come. But I was feeling a lot of anxiousness, fears coming up about, not only tonight, but like the full moon energies that are I'm already feeling. And as the full moon gets closer, I feel like I want to go deeper in. But I'm being called to like expand out. So it's very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, which I know from experience, that's the sweet spot. But I got these words to say out loud, and it really calmed me in that moment. And I'm just going to repeat them. I call in the courage to be what I need to be for whatever lies ahead. I lean on the lion as I embrace my divine masculine to help me as I allow my feminine energies to shine by stepping out of the shadows and into the light. In this moment, I am who I need to be, nothing more, nothing less. Holy Spirit of my higher self, rebalance these energies so I may embrace what is meant for me to receive.
That was absolutely beautiful, Jacquie. Thank you for sharing your Holy Spiritual perspective and your heart. And thank you for sharing your heart with us. And thank you to everybody for sharing their heart with us and in the audience and the hosts. And it was such a dichotomy between yesterday and today. Heather and I were literally on the couch last night going, I don't know who I am anymore. None of those interests interest me. And I literally don't know who I am anymore. And then tonight I'm sitting here remembering who I am. And because I'm with family that I've been with many lifetimes, and we're soul family. And I now know where I'm going. And it's just, I had this idea. I even deleted my social account yesterday because I found that it's very distracting and it kind of brings my vibrations down. And I just said, I don't want to be this person who needs to know what's going to happen in the narrative and storyline playing out, because I'm the one writing the narrative and storyline of my life, but I'm allowing some outside force to dictate how I feel about it. It didn't stop me from pursuing what I was pursuing, but it stopped me from pursuing it with joy, with passion, and with ease and grace. And so this is just realignment. We all have it in us already. We already know. We came into form knowing what we were going to be doing at this time. That's why it's about releasing and letting go and being now, because that is when the truth will shine, and that's where you'll know where your true north is. And thank you for being strong, courageous light workers and star seeds doing the impossible and making it possible. And so, Nicole, are you ready to lead the collective healing meditation? And everyone, sorry if this is going way past what we thought it was going to be, but I'm just going to keep rolling with it because I'm having a great time. And if people need to get off and watch the rest of it on YouTube tomorrow, that's fine too. But let's just keep rolling.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you, Ace. So for this point of this is like a healing for humanity, but also connection for the collective as Starseed Collective, that we have that blueprint within all of us. If we're here, then we definitely are activated and ready. And it's been just sitting dormant, waiting for us to have experiences to turn on the DNA and the activations to allow your passions to ignite, really. So it's there, it's waiting for you, and really coming together, having these conversations that allow your soul to raise its energy, get away from the attachments, and just kind of letting it be and going with the flow. That is how we're going to be bringing more and more of New Earth to our reality. So with that said, I would like everybody to please close your eyes and let's create more of a beautiful space for us to exist in. So with our eyes closed, in this space of meditation, I ask that we are, as oneness collective, take a deep breath in together. Inhale and let it out. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Let all the anxieties or fears that have been holding on to you let go now. Now with this space of meditation that we are in, we are going to, in the meditational state, open your meditational eyes, your third eye. And with our third eye open, we imagine around ourselves the most beautiful space of nature that we are standing in right now at this time. This space may look different for everybody, but it feels like home. It is a vibrant frequency that strikes a chord with your heart. It feels just like it should be. You feel the grass between your feet. You may see trees or animals and bright, vibrant flowers. Take in the smells, take in all the emotions and feelings and sensations that come with this beautiful space. This is our earthly home plane that we have chosen to incarnate on right now in this current mission. We have a mission as a collective starseeds to raise our vibrations of our planet and heal humanity. What a great opportunity we have in this space as a collective to create this now. Now in this beautiful space that we are existing in, we are hearing now a sound that sounds familiar, and it is the sound of running water, a babbling brook. Beautiful sounds that draw you to become nearer to where that is coming from. As you follow the sounds, you notice the butterflies guiding you, assisting in the message of transformation. You see dragonflies guiding us into new beginnings and change. We notice all of the animal inhabitants that have come out of their hiding spaces that feel comfortable and safe when we are in this space of love and acceptance. They are guiding us to this beautiful water, and we finally lay our eyes upon this crystalline river. This crystalline, clean, clear, healing river water is just an analogy of what is so much deeper within. The light codes and healing codes that it has inside is inviting. You are curious to know what this feels like. You step forward into this babbling brook, this healing, collective, crystalline water that we are creating. When we put our minds together as oneness, our visions are creating the worlds we are manifesting. At this time now, we are stepping our feet into this beautiful healing water. Oh, the temperature is perfect. This feels like home. The healing is automatic. You feel your physical body dissipate, and you feel the cells within your body and the mitochondria within those cells begin to vibrate faster, becoming more of our energetic light body. Now, as our feet are planted in this crystalline river, as it's flowing past our feet, we are growing roots down into this root system, into the river, becoming one as a oneness organism with Mother Gaia. Our feet growing roots down, rushing the water past us. This is going in all directions. This river is not just any river, but this river crosses all nations and countries and states. It is a healing river of life. Now, with our positive, loving intentions to heal humanity and bring unconditional love within and for all, we bring this down from the cosmos, where the antimatter exists with the energy and the light codes, merging with our blood and our bones of the matter. And the antimatter and matter merges into a oneness stream of multi-streams. This light is so bright and activating our DNA with the vibrant energy that is overwhelming our body now. The cells within are filling up with plasma. We are turning into plasma crystalline beings, just like this crystalline water we are anchored into. We are connected to the cosmos, we are connected to the earth, and we are the stream of information that is guiding this. Allow your intentions to be positive, and only allow the most positive to come through. For fears are part of the illusion, and then it's not what is within our divine blueprint. We are infinite, multi-dimensional beings. Now, as our plasma field radiating plasmic auric light within our cells, the collective starseed energy is raising higher, which allows all humanity to break free of hijacked system and lower vibrational energies that no longer exist in these higher vibrational planes where we are now. Other souls are able to feel this ripple effect that we are creating with our vibratory plasma auric field. Now, with new beginnings in the back of our mind and changes coming forward, new ideas and passions and hobbies may come into your mind or may come into your experience that radiates within your heart. This is true to you. Follow that heart instinct and become one with that authentic purpose that you have as an individual starseed. You have your mission that you have chosen, and you are here carrying that out now. And as we give each other the space of unconditional love and acceptance with non-judgment for each other's missions, that space allows us to carry out that mission. And how beautiful it would be for all of us to be doing exactly what we came here to do. This is where we exist now. This is New Earth. All of our skills and hobbies and passions that have been hidden because of fears and illusions are now activated. They are radiating so brightly that you cannot wait to express these skills that you have that have been laying dormant. Visualizing bright, beautiful light vibrating. This is the visualization needed to create an activated DNA, and even more so with the collective as oneness. This is the secret. This is the collective starseed mission, and we are a part of that and taking place in this mission now. Now, with our connection intact and our unconditional love anchored deep into Mother Gaia, flowing through this crystalline river that is spreading all throughout our nations and all around our planet, going even deeper into our Mother Gaia as our roots send down our love, and as the water that we are standing in rushes out our unconditional love into the oceans, cleansing and healing our waters, and all the animals in nature that takes any part of this water as they will through the cycle, they will feel the unconditional love in the space of acceptance, where animals are healed and protected, where children are healed and protected, and all inhabitants are able to be free. We are love. That is the frequency within. Remember this frequency. Unconditional love is where everything is right. Everything is in flow. Come from the heart and you cannot be wrong. If you feel fears or anxieties and your mind is running, this is not the answer. This is the illusion. Just breathe and remember to breathe. This is our connection. From above to below, we are a oneness collective. I love you and I thank you. Now, with our planet cleansed and healed, and our light body auras filled with plasmic, beautiful healing light, our DNA is activated, the barriers have been broken, and all hijacked systems no longer exist in our beautiful new Earth field. Thank you for gathering and being called into your mission to join as a Starseed Collective, light workers, way showers. Every day is an opportunity to share your love and light. Just being yourself is the role model enough for that ripple effect to just be authentic. This is the mission. Remember, remember, remember. Now I ask you to please take a deep breath in and exhale. And always remember this space of meditation that is inviting to you at all times. Yes, it is nice to be online connecting, but it is even more so important to disconnect and go within. This is where the healing and transformations may take place. We can always have time to connect, but make space for yourself. Fall in love with yourself so that we may fall in love as a oneness humanity. Thank you again, and I invite you now to please open your eyes as we conclude this meditation. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Wow, Nicole, you leveled up. You leveled up tonight. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and sharing your mind with us. It's absolutely where we're at now. There's really nothing left but to love ourselves so that we can fully love each other, so that we can then show the way of what that love looks like. Look around you. The world doesn't know how to love. Love has been hijacked. It's been
Yeah.
marketed and labeled and turned into something that can
Absolutely.
be sold, you know? And where we're at now is
Yeah.
we have to redefine it by embodying it and then walking forth in that light to show others when they're ready now. The world is ready to see it, but we have to be about it, and it can only be about it in our own way. And what is that way? Who are you? Who am I? Heather and I have been asking ourselves that a lot lately, because it feels like we've shed so much that we haven't really spent much time exploring who we really are. And then we come together like this, and like Nicole said, it's great to connect because it validates a lot of these thoughts and things that we had as we go within. So now when we go back to our normal lives after tonight and we start meditating and going within again, there will be such new clarity and such new things to explore within ourselves, because it isn't just about releasing and healing the old, it's about creating the new and learning what that is. So Tassel, what did you get from that?
I loved it. Thank you so much, Nicole. It was so beautiful. And I'm just amazed at the synchronicity of the messages that it seems we're all getting. Like everything you said, I get the same messaging. It's so beautiful. And I said to Ace and Heather before we got on with everyone that this ties in with the falling in love with yourself part, that the person I'm most excited about is my unfolding self. I'm just like, who is she going to be tomorrow? I'm like really infatuated and excited about her. And I think that's the invitation for all of us to really passionately fall in love with ourselves and the remembering of ourselves and the unfolding of ourselves, and then the overflow of that is the love for all beings that we come into contact with. So yeah, I just think the invitation is for us to fall deeply in love with ourselves.
Shaman Steve says to explore your limitless capabilities. Jackie, what do you have to add?
A couple things. So I love the message. We need to fall in love with ourselves and be excited about who we are, not only today in this moment, but who we get to be 5 minutes from now. But it's also being excited about embracing that connection with other people and not expecting them to be who they used to be. Because if we've changed, there's a pretty good chance that they've changed in some form. So, you know, if we are going into a connection or a relationship or an interaction with someone, we have to remember that they may not have changed, but they may have changed. So don't go into that interaction with an expectation that they're only going to be the same, right? Or an expectation that they will have changed, right? We just have to be open. We just have to be open. The other thing that came through a while back, but I've been asked to share it, is that a while back in like a few moments ago in when people were talking, is this soul family that we got here tonight is just a sample of what's to come. I have been shown similar situations, but instead of us being online interacting over Zoom, we are actually together. We are together in person. We're like, we can hug people, like, you know. So I'm super excited about what's to come. I don't know how that's going to happen. I'm not going to place expectations on what we need to do in order to make that happen. Danielle, if I meet you in person, I will give you hugs because I'm a hugger. So just explore and allow yourself to be who you're meant to be. Allow yourself to be who you are in this moment and do it in love. Through the entire meditation that Nicole did, all I saw was the diamond violet flame circling everyone. And that diamond violet flame is the flame that's in our heart chakra. So there was massive amounts of love energy that was flowing during that meditation, Nicole. So thank you. Thank you.
That was amazing, Jackie. Thank you so much for your insight. Diamond, what'd you call it? The purple diamond flame in our
The
hearts.
diamond violet flame.
Diamond violet flame in our hearts. I like that. What I pictured was Earth, Earth as the globe rotating, but then it's just like this blinding light coming out of the oceans and out of the rivers, and it was just permeating everything, and it was coming up onto the land, and it was just cleansing and clearing it all. Because I believe we are that powerful. We just don't believe we are, and that's how powerful we are to not be able to do it. It's this paradox of life, this paradox of this earthly realm is limitless for me. I love exploring the paradox of everything, because in that 0 point is where everything lies, where all your answers lie, where all your truth, where all your just everything. That was so beautiful. That was absolutely so beautiful. Thank you again, Nicole. And I think we're going to end it with a prayer and an intention. If y'all are ready to do that, and I would like to lead that. And if anybody would like to add a prayer at the end, they're more than welcome. But I found that praying is bigger than religion. And since I started praying again and praying frequently, because it's been a challenge, the universe and Father, Mother, Source have put me through the ringer this last year, because again, like Jackie said, and Tassel said, Dr. Tassel and Nicole we're being prepared for something huge, and we will be in person, and we will be in person very, very soon. And I'm excited for that, because I went into this healing 3 years ago because I had nothing left, and I let go of everyone in my life. And I actually accepted I was never going to make friends again, and I was going to move down to Peru and become a shaman in the jungles. I really was going to do that. And now all of a sudden there's this burgeoning community where I'm meeting people that I would never have ever dreamed that I would connect with like I have. And my heart is more wide open than it's ever been. And I'm in a place where I'm ready to receive that love and receive that abundance and see the abundance for what it is, and not put a label on it, but just be grateful for it. And so tonight, that's what we're going to focus on in this intention, in this prayer. Is I'm just gonna let it flow, and I'm just gonna just be grateful, and I'm gonna set intentions for what's to come. And then if anybody has anything to add at the end, they can. And we're gonna wrap this up with my heart. I'm just gonna put my heart out there. So let's all connect consciousness again. Let's take a deep breath in for 3. And out for 6. And out for 9. And out. I'm going to complete it for 12. Big breath in. And out. Thank you so much, Mother, Father, Source, for bringing us all together tonight. We are so grateful to connect again. We're so grateful to be in each other's company again, in the real, in the physical. Many of us in this room, not just the hosts, but everyone in this room tonight, has most likely been together in lifetimes past, have been on the same missions, who have fought together, loved together, died together, experienced everything it is to be human for this time, so that we can walk upon this earth anointed, carrying your light, carrying your love, carrying what is so important for humanity now, which is love, which is understanding, which is empathy and compassion. If we would have not faced all of those trials and tribulations and all of those lives, we would have no idea what we are talking about right now, what we are feeling about, what we are being about. And even though we have, it's still difficult to decipher what is ours and what isn't, what is real and what isn't. But as long as we move into our hearts, which we are so grateful for the gift of having a heart, of having these emotions, of having this experience and form, as long as we move into our hearts, we will know what our true north is. We will know where we are going. And where we are going is towards each other. It's towards oneness. It's towards healing and health, wealth, wellness, freedom, prosperity, and abundance for all. This is where we are at. And we ask for your guidance. We ask that our guides, our light families, our star teams, our archangels of benevolence, our ascended masters, higher angelic beings, and everyone in between who loves us, who have been on this journey with us, to please guide us and protect us, to show us the way, so that we can stay ever present, anchoring in Mother, Father, Source's love light, changing the vibration of the planet, changing the frequency of the planet, incognito, as everything outside falls away and only the truth of our reality lays before us. We are love, we are one, and we are so grateful to be shown this tonight, to be allowed to feel this together tonight, and to be given the hope that we all have been looking for through these dark, dark days, going deep within and letting go of all the illusions, all the carbon on our DNA that is not allowing us to see the truth of who we are, what we are, and why we are here. We love you so much. We love each other so much. And we are so grateful for this next season. Please give us the strength. Please give us the willpower. Please give us the focus, the discipline, the understanding, the empathy, the compassion, the health, the wealth, the freedom, the prosperity, the abundance. Give us everything we need to carry out our missions, to carry out love on this planet, and to take us into Genesis 2.0, the shift of the universe, the change in everything, into a new point of being, into a new perspective, into a new consciousness, as we become one with each other and one with this earth and one with all. We love you. We are so grateful. So be it. That will be done. Big breath in and out.
That was amazing.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, please.
It is done. 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 By the power of 7, our self-realized heaven on earth, it is done.
And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you so much.
I got goosebumps on the so it is.
Yes.
So
It was like reliving past.
oh
lives.
man, what a night. Thank
Solidifies
you.
it all.
Oh man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much to the hosts. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Dr. Tassel. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Ace.
Ace.
Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
everybody.
making a dream come true, making a manifestation occur tonight. This was my vision, Nicole. All those times we've connected, all those times we talked about, this was it. This is what I've been seeing in my mind's eye. I'm relieved.
Same.
It's real. It's real, guys. I'm telling you, it's real.
Now everyone ground. Make sure you put your feet in the dirt before
Yeah.
get some of those energies
Definitely.
down into the earth.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just for fun and for manifestation tonight, as you get into your cozy bed, just bring through your beautiful vision for your life and the planet, and just go to sleep on that beautiful vision on Lionsgate. It's such a powerful, powerful energy we are in right now.
Mm-hmm. I would invite you to do that between now and through the full moon, for sure.
And when is the full moon? What date is that?
The full moon's like the 11th to 12th. Yeah.
Okay.
So this Thursday, this Friday.
Okay,
yeah.
great. So this whole week, hold the vision.
Hold the vision. Hold the vision. Yeah.
Love it. Beautiful. Thank you so
Oh.
much. Thank you so much, Ace and Heather, for organizing all this. It was such a magical, would you say like 6D energy? That's what it
Oh,
felt
I would
like.
say it was
That was my
even
intention.
Yeah, it
beyond,
feels like
yeah.
totally, in that energy. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And to everybody in the audience, we did a lot of meditating, a lot of intention setting, a lot of releasing, a lot of exploring. So drink lots of water, treat
Mhm.
yourself with kindness, maybe take an Epsom salt bath. And if you feel emotional throughout the week, just let yourself feel emotional. Remember, if you're feeling it, it's working. And if anybody wants to connect with us further, you can find us on Telegram. Jacquie Ellis's channel is Be Simply You. Nicole's Telegram channel is Awakening Mass Meditation. She's also on YouTube. Jacquie, are you YouTube with Be Simply You as well?
I am. I'll drop you guys my links. Yeah.
Perfect. And Dr. Tassel, what are your links? I know you're on Facebook. You got a Twin Flame group going, right?
Yes, if anyone is on the twin flame journey. I'm laughing because it's so intense.
It's so intense.
Yes, we have a twin flame support group on Facebook. If you're interested, I have a YouTube channel called You Are Your Own Hero. And yes, please reach out. I just love to connect with people and my soul sisters and brothers. So much love to everyone.
So much
love. And so with that,
Yes.
Nicole, do you have any other channels that you like to plug before we go? Do you have anything else to say?
I did want to just tag on one thing when you just said the thing about water and grounding and everything that we just did. Movement and flow is really important too, to just move that energy around. Yoga, Tai Chi, honestly, just anything movement wise, dancing is really great. We need to stay grounded, stay hydrated, and stay in flow. So that's all. And no, my plugs are good. Telegram, YouTube, Awakening Mass Meditations, Facebook, wherever. We're coming together and this is it. So it's exciting. We're doing it. Thank you.
And so with that, we are so grateful to call our 8/8 Lionsgate beautiful, amazing, incredible ceremony an end to it. And we thank Spirit for being a part of it. We thank everybody in the audience for being a part of it. Everyone watching on YouTube, everyone watching later on when we produce it and put it on other YouTube channels. It's all real. It's all quantum. It's all the real time. And with that, we hope you have a wonderful sleep. We hope you have a wonderful week. We hope you have a wonderful year. And let's start building these conscious communities, just like Sandra Selipek said. And we're going to come together in the real very soon. So look forward to that. And we love you all. And we'll talk to you all very soon. Good night.
Good night.